Dear folks, a post is absolutely blowing up across European social media right now. One German soccer fan wrote, "After spending a month in America, I came home to watch European soccer and it feels like something huge is missing. Ice-cold air conditioning, unlimited free soda refills, gigantic stadiums. What made millions of Europeans start begging the United States to host Euro 2028 instead? Stick around until the end because this one might just surprise you." Did you know that right now the FIFA World Cup 2026 is underway across the United States, Canada, and Mexico? And in the middle of all the thrilling action, European fans arriving in America have been having experiences they can hardly believe with their own eyes. Just picture this. In the middle of the scorching summer heat, tens of thousands of fans walk into a stadium and are instantly greeted by a blast of cool air. No sweat pouring down their faces, no non-stop fanning themselves, no sitting there trying to survive the relentless heat. Central air conditioning covers the entire stadium. It sounds simple enough, but for many Europeans, it has become a genuine culture shock. Why? Because in recent years, some of Europe's biggest soccer tournaments have left even local fans complaining about sweltering temperatures, aging stadiums, and cooling systems that were practically non-existent. So when they arrived in America for this World Cup, plenty of European supporters found themselves saying, "Is this really soccer, or is this heaven?" And believe it or not, that's only the beginning. The moment they stepped outside the stadium, another wave of American convenience hit them. Unlimited free soda refills. Drink as much as you want with no limits and no extra charge. Smoking hot barbecue platters filling the air right outside the gates. Ranch dressing, America's favorite sauce, poured over everything from French fries to chicken wings. And then there were those long lines of iconic yellow school buses shuttling fans around as if they were heading back to high school all over again. But the real knockout moment came when European fans arrived at Michigan Stadium, or as Americans affectionately call it, the Big House, one of the stadiums hosting World Cup matches this year. Can you even imagine it? More than 107,000 seats, a number that makes just about every stadium in Europe look small by comparison. Standing in the middle of that massive sea of people, plenty of fans could only say, "I've never seen anything on this scale in my entire life." Before long, the comparisons started exploding across European soccer forums right in the middle of the tournament. People began lining up memories of sweating through uncomfortable tournament days back home against the premium experience they were having in America. On one side, afternoons spent baking in the heat. On the other, ice-cold air conditioning, endless food and drinks, and some of the most spectacular stadiums anywhere in the world. The conversation became so intense that even before the World Cup is over, people have already started asking the question, if the World Cup in America is this incredible, what would the Euros be like if they were held here? Would it be on a whole different level? In the middle of all the World Cup excitement in America, countless personal stories have been making the rounds on social media. Honest, everyday experiences shared by European visitors setting foot here for the very first time. One German fan wrote, "I always thought American soccer culture was all show and no substance compared to what we have back home. But the moment I walked into the stadium, that blast of cool air caught me completely off guard. The suffocating heat I was used to was simply gone. Then the opening whistle blew, the entire stadium erupted, and before I knew it, I was throwing my hands in the air and shouting with everyone else. My eyes started to water, not because of smoke, but because of a feeling I couldn't quite put into words. That's when I realized something. No matter how different the stadiums may be, the rush you feel when a goal hits the back of the net is exactly the same as it is back home." Those were the words of that German supporter. And it wasn't just him. Another visitor from England shared a story that was just as surprising. He admitted he had been one of the biggest skeptics. To him, soccer was supposed to be raw. It was supposed to come with a little hardship and a little sweat. That's what made it authentic. But the moment he stepped out of the airport, he froze at the sight of long lines of bright yellow buses waiting to shuttle fans around. Am I heading to a soccer match, or am I going back to high school? He wondered, laughing while still trying to make sense of it all. That same English visitor went on to say, "As I got closer to the stadium, the smell of barbecue filled the air. Everywhere I looked, people were carrying plates loaded with food covered in this strange white sauce called ranch dressing. They told me I had to try it. I took one bite and thought, is this really what soccer is supposed to be? But once I got inside, standing shoulder to shoulder with tens of thousands of fans, hearing the music pumping before kickoff, watching flags waving across the stands, I could feel the excitement taking over. By the time the match ended, I walked out feeling like a completely different person. Maybe I was wrong. Soccer doesn't have to look exactly like what I'm used to in order to be the real thing. Those were the reflections of that English fan. An Italian visitor offered a perspective that was every bit as fascinating. She was an older woman making her very first trip outside Europe to experience a World Cup in person. Before leaving, she had spent weeks worrying about the long journey, the unfamiliar weather, and the different food. The Italian visitor shared, "I thought I was going to be exhausted by the heat. I thought I'd miss home. I thought I'd feel completely out of place in a country so far away." But none of that happened. The moment I walked into Michigan Stadium, I was overwhelmed by its sheer size. More than 100,000 people in one place. I had never seen anything like it in my life. And when the crowd erupted, when that sea of people jumped to its feet after a brilliant play, my eyes filled with tears. That's when I realized it didn't matter where I came from or what language I spoke. The joy of watching soccer beats with the same heart everywhere. Those were the words of that Italian visitor. 3 stories, 3 different countries, 3 completely different expectations. Yet they all arrived at the very same destination. Surprise, connection, and finally, understanding. And as you can see, it was these deeply human experiences that spread across European social media, setting off a wave of conversation that we're about to dive into next. Come for Euro 2028 and stay for the Olympics. Let's make it happen. 2028, bring it on. We want it to continue. Here in America, too. We missed you for years. This can't stop, ever. I hope that everyone realizes, as Americans, we don't hate people in other countries. We genuinely are interested in their cultures. However, we are America, and most of us love our country and wouldn't trade it. I think most of us Americans can say thanks for visiting and loving our country, as we do see you next time. Not just only sport events, but anytime, any occasions, please come back to see us. We have missed you guys already. We will make sure all of you would fall in love with America all over and over again every time you come. We're so happy to meeting all of you more often. Best wishes to all and love all of you. Please come back ASAP. I love these guys. I have been brought to tears a few times, but it's more than just pride. It's that they put a spotlight on what we are. It's a feeling that we're being seen by Europe for the first time. That's a huge gift to the world. I love them. I hear Europeans saying that in Europe, fans from different teams don't interact with each other. In America, we figured out that if fans eat and drink together before the event even begins, there are fewer fights between fans. When your belly is full and you're enjoying a beer with a different jersey before the event, why not during the event too? I am very proud of my country. I am equally proud of our world visitors. America really knows how to throw a party. So wonderful to see everything working well. So much fun. My favorite new saying, "No Scotland, no party." From Texas. Awesome! I say let's do it. It was unbelievable having the world come to North America for the World Cup. The players and fans were fantastic. Bring it on. Lots of great areas left to explore. Very well said. So glad thus opportunity came around. Please come back to our country. We still have a lot more festivities to go on. I promise that we will leave the lights on for you. Please come back soon. We enjoyed having you guys come back often. Europeans are new and interesting people, and Americans are interested in how they live, and also we enjoy showing them how we live. I'm so glad that you all realize now how America truly is and stop believing everything that the news media tells you. Americans don't believe anything our news media tells us either. Have a great day. We, the US, should create our own tournament. Hold it the last week of June through the first week of July, 2 years after every World Cup. Call it the Solo Freedom Cup. Rotate different cities. I bet you it would work. I hope Europeans come back to USA. You raise. Fans returning home should begin demanding free refills and ranch and better gas stations everywhere. Demand it, my European friends. Our stadiums are designed around the fan experience. A 100-year-old stadium can't compete to a modern stadium. IDC, how many times that thing has been updated. That's funny, they thought America would beat a commercial. When the FIFA is so commercial in most places, you're locked into specially built game cities, and the only choice of what to buy is all sponsors' products. Here they are, just turned loose after passing customs. No special cities, go where you want, eat and shop where you want. So there you have it, folks. The dream of seeing the Euros played in America is probably nothing more than a fun fantasy born from an unforgettable World Cup experience. Euro 2028 is already headed to England, but the excitement and admiration behind those comments are absolutely real. Now, it's your turn. If you had the choice, would you want to see the Euros hosted in the United States? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.